On ESPN, coming up, Week 5 of the NFL season. Tennessee, Indianapolis. It's go time.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Hi there, everybody. I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to the RCA Dome. With me, my colleague, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, this game features a big-time matchup between an elite wide receiver and a defensive back who's one of the best in the league.
That's right, Dan, and you've got to figure they'll be seeing a lot of one another today. Tyrone Calico is one of the premier receivers in the NFL. He's got an excellent mind for football, Dan, and his determination to make the most of every down means that you very rarely see him make a bad play. Warming up across the field is another tremendous football player. Jackson is ranked among the very best cornerbacks in the league today. Defenses need guys who can make hits and wrap up, and that's his M.O. You just don't see him miss tackles hardly at all. It should be one heck of a matchup. It'll be interesting to see who gets the upper hand.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins, but first, the toss of the coin.
It's tails.
Clayton kicking off for the Colts.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Clayton kicks it, and we are underway. Nichols fields it all the way back at the 9. Right down at the 22.
Nichols tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Titans get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 22-yard line. Richards makes the hit in the backfield at the 21. Peter, unfortunately, we've had some players banged up so far.
Unfortunately so. Well, those are some big setbacks up there, but unfortunately, this is to be expected. Players can't spend time worrying about whether they'll get injured. You just have to go out there, play hard, hope for the best.
Gross passes a high, long one, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Garcia couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Hill goes in motion. French makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. It'll be fourth down.
French knocked that pass down, and he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
The defense forces fourth down, and even if they had completed the pass,
it still would have been short.
Yes.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
Morrison lines up to punt after the 3-and-out. Morrison takes the snap and punts it away. Davidson fields the punt at the 40. Tackled at the 46.
Davidson didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Colts offense takes the field, and they are already halfway there. They'll start at their 46-yard line. Smith hauls in the pass and tries to get free. Hunted down at the 25.
Face mask. Number 28. Defense. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first
Farmer
down.
grabs a little too much face mask on this play, and it costs him a flag. Let's watch. Yeah, it's only a 5-yard penalty for this face mask. I'm pretty sure that was unintentional.
First down with the tight end right.
Ball at the 20-yard line.
Gray has his nose called on first down and picks up a couple.
Ball carrier. Benson with the tackle.
Hey guys, they about to pass.
Second and 8. Ball at the 18-yard line.
Listen up. Go 27. Let's go.
good for a gain of 5.
Becker is a good quarterback, fourth-year man out of Rutgers, and a nose for coming away with a big play when the chips are down. He's got this job for a reason. He's got the skills to pay the bills.
You just stay where you are.
3rd and 3. Ball at the 13.
Down. Set.
Becker throws this one over the middle, and it's caught for a touchdown.
Colts.
Reynolds had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
That's his first touchdown of the day.
And I think he's a guy you can count on to make those end zone catches. He sets a high standard for himself and he usually meets it.
Now the point after, and
The extra
it's
point
good.
is good.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Clayton rockets this one deep. Nichols downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
All right, man. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No. Don't touch me.
The Titans stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. Lowe picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down.
With the tackle.
Second down, tight end to the left.
Ball at the Titans, 22-yard line.
Down.
Davidson gets the sack at the 20.
Davidson goes in unblocked and nails him to the ground. The O-line should be embarrassed. Watch this. Oh yeah, sacks don't get much easier than that.
Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that play. That will bring up a 3rd and long. Garcia tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Garcia came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great read there.
Morrison lines up deep in his own territory to punt it away. Morrison gets the snap and punts it away. Davidson gets it at the 41.
7 yards on the
Davidson is one of those wily old vets, 6th-year man out of Louisville. Actually, this guy's a double major, throwing a PhD from NFL University. What we just saw was a dissertation.
The Colts had an effective first drive, and we'll see if they can keep it up. They'll start at their 49-yard line. Smith catches the heater left sideline and is at the 30. No one in front of him. Touchdown!
Yeah, baby, that was so sweet. Check it out.
Smith catches this one easily with no one around to stop him. Where was the defense? Well, they were nowhere on this play, which made that an easy catch.
Wasn't supposed to be a touchdown pass, but he made it one with that terrific run after the catch.
He fights for every inch he can get out there so you don't leave any daylight between him and the end zone.
Now the extra point, and
The extra
it's
point is good.
gets the signal, and we're set. Clayton booms a beauty here. Nichols decides to take it out of the end zone. Breaks free. Tackled at the 15.
Nichols decided not to down it, but couldn't even make it to the 20, which may affect his Christmas gift from his special teams coach.
The Titans have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 15-yard line. Goes in motion.
Rowe used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how evasive you are.
Not with that strength. With those guns, he could probably juggle bowling balls or wide receivers for that matter. There's a bunch of receivers out there. Defense is expecting that, and they go to nickel.
Dragged down at the 23.
Face mask, number 23, offense. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul.
Really yanked on that helmet back there. So the personal foul call was a good one. You can't pull someone's face mask like that.
The Colts are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 11-yard line. Roy goes in motion.
25. Black, 25.
Ryan crushes him behind the line at the 13.
Brian was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Well, this is like two big-horned rams colliding out there. That time, he managed to make the tackle.
Yeah, baby, this is what football is all about as far as I'm concerned. Who wants it more?
The ball's loose. They get it back. That's the 7. It'll be first and goal. Coach Fisher is not happy with that call, and he's going to challenge him.
Hey, we want a challenge.
Tennessee is challenging whether the player had possession prior to the fumble.
This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
Well, Dan, we've got to see if the receiver established possession before he lost the ball. Remember, he has to have full control of it. That looks like a catch and then a fumble to me, Dan. I'm agreeing with the original call.
After review, the play stands. The receiver did have possession. It is therefore ruled a fumble. Tennessee will be charged a timeout. First down.
That will cost them a timeout, and you have to believe that he is not very happy with that call.
Yeah. Let's do it. Nice.
First and goal. Ball at the 7.
Down. Listen up. Gray, 37. Listen up.
And touchdown.
Touchdown, Colts.
Becker saw nothing happening, so he decides to scramble for it.
And he turns in a pretty successful play there.
He's never more dangerous than when he improvises like that.
He may not have the carries, but the times he has carried it, good things have happened, like this touchdown.
That shows the kind of confidence they put in him, letting him take the ball in big situations.
Here's the extra point.
The extra point is good.
It's good.
Come on.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Clayton kicks it off. Nichols fields the kickoff at the 2. Dragged down at the 20.
Nichols tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Titans
and
haven't
10,
got much
Tennessee.
out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 20-yard line. Watkins catches it in the flat, and that will be a gain of 3 yards.
Gross threw the football across the field and got it to land right on the receiver's front porch. Man, I need him to train my paper boy.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
23-yard line.
Down. Switch. Black 15. Switch. Black 15.
Roll picks up about 2, and that will bring up third down. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Colts in command of this one, 21-0. Third down, 5 yards to go.
Rhino. Shotgun.
Gibbs catches it in the flat, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Copeland rammed his guy out of bounds,
down,
but that
Titans.
was mostly for pride since he'd already gotten the first.
They cannot stop that play before it's too late. It just barely gets the first down.
A second counter.
First
A second
and 10.
counter.
Ball at the Titans, 31-yard line.
Gross throws a heater right
First down,
sideline,
Titans.
and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
First and 10. Ball at the Titans, 45-yard line.
Roll takes it for his fifth carry, and he heads out right,
Rowe,
tackled
the ball
at the
carrier.
49.
Garcia with the tackle.
Okay, what's the plan? Okay, let's go.
Second down, both
Second and
wideouts to
6.
the right.
Ball at the Titans, 49-yard line.
Rowe goes in motion. Collins gets the sack way back at the 43.
Collins gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
That'll be his first sack of the game. Nichols pushes it over the middle, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Nichols faces down 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
What a big play on 3rd down, Peter. His run after the catch is what made the play work.
Yeah, Dan, you have to fight for those yards in that situation, and that's exactly what he did.
Rowe gets the call on 1st down and picks up a couple.
Second and 7. Ball at the 42-yard line.
Gibbs grabs the fastball over the middle and gets past the markers for a first down.
First down, Titans. First and 10. Ball at the 33.
Gross is it out left
First
side,
down,
and the
Titans.
reception is made past the markers.
Nichols is just crazy good on this play, Dan. He refuses to be intimidated by triple coverage. I would have tried to throw somewhere else, I think. Oh, but it didn't matter. He made the catch. Great job.
Get your hands up!
First and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Kane makes a play
Pass is
on this one,
incomplete.
and forces the incompletion.
Deflection.
Kane swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down, and this is the 12th play of the drive. Watkins goes in motion. Throws, takes it across the line, and picks up a couple.
The plot like a dreadlock, straight freaking it. For you and yours, the song is a standing applause. The way you operate a mic, you should rap it in gauze. Accolades call for names that I never heard. And if these cats are on the men, you best believe they're getting served. What?
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game.
Get you fit, you get signed.
Receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Feel this? All right. That hurts. Right there. You're going to be all right, man. You're going to be all right. Let me help him up. Come on. You got to get back to us. You're going to be all right to play?
4th down, and the field goal unit is on the field.
Barrett holding.
Lindsey picks it from 35 yards and puts it straight through the uprights and good.
Lindsey puts in an easy short one. A clean kick, no worries.
Lindsey kicking off for the Titans.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Lindsey rockets this one deep. Davidson fair catches it at the 1. The Colts have yet another shot at scoring and are in command. Their offense takes the field and starts this drive at their own 20-yard line. Becker unloads this one to the left, and it's tipped.
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete.
Carpenter came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Second down from the
Second
shotgun.
and 10. Ball at the Colts 20-yard line.
Scott puts a lick on the
Pass is
receiver and
incomplete.
separates him
Number
from the
88
ball.
was the intended
Incomplete.
receiver.
Carpenter had superb
Carpenter
coverage
with
on
the
that
coverage.
play. No wonder it was incomplete.
That'll give us a 3rd down, and the defense was ready for that
Third
call.
and 10.
Well played and a good job of not giving up the
20-yard
short
line.
pass.
Runs out of bounds in the backfield, and that takes them even farther away from the markers. That will bring up
Hunter
4th
Smith
down.
in punt formation.
Smith gets ready to punt
Scott
this
to
away.
make the return.
Smith gets the ball and pummels this one deep. Scott fields the deep punt at the 34. Brought down at the 49.
Scott returned for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like tearing a single page out of War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Titans need to score here before half to have a chance later. They'll start at their 49-yard line. Lowe takes it for his 8th carry and maybe picks up 1 on the play. Jackson tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete. Gross dumps this one off, and it's off. Incomplete. Morrison lines up the punt after the 3 and out. Morrison takes the long snap and punts it away. Davidson fields the punt at the 16.
Return of
Stop
1 on
at
the
the
play.
17.
Davidson got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Colts come out on the field, and they're looking to extend their lead before halftime. They'll start at their own 17-yard line. Becker throws a bullet to the flat, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Nichols was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Culber has a report for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. I got in touch with the team doctor, and apparently he's got a hairline fracture in his finger. They're putting a brace on him, but it's taking longer than they expected. It's unclear whether he'll be able to get back into this one. Dan, back to you.
As always, we'll hope for the best up here in the booth. Thank you, Susie. Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. This one will fall incomplete.
Smith went for it on that last one with a long-distance fly route, but couldn't make it happen. Incomplete.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be third down. Rolls out, and that will stop the clock at 51. First down.
Becker decided at the last moment to scramble back there, and it worked out.
First down from the on.
Check goal, E3. Check goal, E3. Down.
No dice, and it falls incomplete.
Roy had that ball in his hands on that play, and then he just dropped it.
Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass.
You can take a shot in that situation, and it's really not going to hurt you. It's a good call.
That'll bring up second down.
Check goal, 21. Check goal, 21. Check goal, 21.
Becker throws this one way downfield. Reception's made at the 37. First down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Check goal, 21. Check goal, 21.
Scott tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete.
Scott came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Check down.
Becker unloads this to the right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
With the deflection.
Scott came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That is their 4th batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up there.
Third down with the tight end right. Colts take their first timeout. Off right guard. The Colts will take a timeout. That's their second.
Second and 6. Ball at the 14-yard line.
He catches the bullet out left. The Colts take a timeout. That's their final one.
Becker threaded the ball back there to his man right past all that traffic. Good job.
Terrific throw there. He's gotten off to a very good start today.
His team expects nothing less from him, and neither does he.
No one in front of him. He's in for the touchdown.
Nice gain on this baby. Look at him eat up the yardage here.
That was his second rushing touchdown of the day. Not a bad day at the office so far.
That's typical production for him, Dan. He's that kind of player.
Here's the point after, and
the extra point is good.
Gets the signal, and we're set. Clayton kicks this one away. Nichols catches it back at the 2. Shoots. Stopped at the 18.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah.
That's a good work out there, man.
All right, yeah.
And that'll do it for the first half
That's
of
the
this
end of
one.
the
The
second
Colts
quarter.
in command of this one, 28-3. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. A look at our first half numbers now, and the stat that leaps out at you, third down conversion. The Colts are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 83 found a soft spot on the defense and it worked to his advantage. A 29-yard play that set up a Colt touchdown. The Colts strike first and go up by 7. The Colts midway through the first, the ball at their own 48. Number 83 was definitely a key as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. A 51-yard touchdown for the Colts. Titan towards the end of the first quarter. Titans trailing by 14. French is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Colts still late in the first. Becker got the carry as they pounded at him on the ground, and he made the most of it. A 7-yard touchdown for the Colts. Colts leading 21-0. After driving 62 yards on 13 plays, Lindsey would be called upon for the field goal try, and he'd come through. A 35-yard field goal. The Titans close the gap some. They're down by 18. The Colts late in the second quarter. Becker is going to get this one out to his wide receiver, and he'll do the rest. A 37-yard play that set up a Colt touchdown. And that's where we'll leave this one. Colts are up big at halftime, 28-3. It's time now for our Halftime Hero Award, which recognizes the most dominant player of the first half. This time there can be no question. Becker has taken over this game. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Colts will get the ball
Lindsey
first here in the
kicking off for the
second half,
Titans.
and they are dominating this game. Currently, they are up large, 28-3. Let's go down to the field. Davidson fair catches it at the 1. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Look at the drive results, and you can see that they're getting it done and have punched the ball into the end zone. Nice work so far.
The Colts will start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
Down! Set!
Gray gains 5 on the play, and that brings up second down.
With the tackle.
Second down, 5 yards to go.
Down! Set! Blue 56! Blue, listen up! Gray, listen up! Gray 37!
Roy didn't haul that
Pass
one
is
in, and
incomplete.
it falls incomplete.
Roy was open on the outskirts there, but just
With the
couldn't make the
coverage.
grab. Incomplete.
That would have been a big play and a big first down, Peter. They just don't sync up.
Good call. Maybe next time it'll work.
Ball at the Colts 25-yard line.
Set! Black!
Gray gets the carry on third down and gets taken down well short of the markers. It'll be fourth down.
Scott brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
And
Hunter
that,
Smith
Peter,
in
was a
punt formation.
terrific tackle by, in my
Scott to make
mind,
the
one of the
return.
most athletic defenders in the game today.
No argument here, Dan. I saw him working out during the week, and I'll tell you what, he could bench press a Mack truck.
Scott takes it at the 24. Tackled
A
at the
return of 17
42.
yards on the play.
Scott took the sting out of that killer punt by picking up a bunch of yards on the run back. You can't coach that.
The Titans offense has taken the field, and they have been having a very tough time passing the ball. They have another opportunity here as they start off at their 42-yard line. Calico goes in motion. Rowe gets the handoff and gains about 3 yards.
Kane with the tackle.
Rowe just hasn't gotten into a groove and isn't finding running room anywhere. This has been tough, and he's struggled to get 15 yards on 9 carries.
Second and 7. Ball at the Titans, 45-yard line.
Gibbs pitches it in the flat out. He's looking for room. Dragged down at the 46. It will be first down.
Titans.
Gibbs shows how to play ball in the NFL. He makes the catch and then works for more yards. That's the kind of player you get the ball to.
A nice run after making the grab, and that's a big plus coming from your tight end.
Especially for him. He's not known for making those big gallops like that.
Rowe takes it off the cross and passes the line. Tackled at the 45.
Rowe didn't get very far on that last play, and he even had the help of some blocking. I guess the defense had their number.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Second down, one man down. Rowe gets the call again and only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Garcia with the tackle.
All right, what have you got? Okay, all right.
Third down.
Guys, let's keep him out. Hold him to 3. Gun.
Gross throws a heater, and
First
it's
down,
caught at the
Titans.
31. Finally dropped at the 28. It will be first down.
What's the pass?
First and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line.
Down.
Watkins reels in the
First down,
football
Titans.
and is well past the markers for a first down.
Watkins has a guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about staking your turf.
First down, and
First
this
and
is
10.
the 7th play
Ball
of the
at
drive.
13.
Sacks him back at the 15. Peter, unfortunately, we've had some players banged up so far.
Unfortunately so. Well, you can see the injuries that they've racked up this year. When you get hit like this, the training staff has to do their best to get those who are sidelined back in as soon as possible. Injuries are going to happen. There's just no way around it.
This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
Four wideouts versus nickel coverage. Let's see who wins this one.
Gross rifles it out left
Touchdown,
side,
Titans.
and it's caught for a touchdown.
Oh yeah. We coming, baby. We coming.
Yeah! That's a score.
Nichols makes the catch here with 3 defenders on his tail. I'll tell you, I was not expecting that pass at all. I wonder if he knew it was coming.
Yeah, Peter, I think you could argue that throw probably should never have been made. It was very risky, but it did work out.
It's all about staying focused and believing in
The
your
extra point is
teammates.
The
good.
touchdown was his for the taking, Peter. Good individual effort.
Yeah, and great teamwork, too.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Lindsay kicks this one away. Roy fields the kickoff at the 1. Breaks a tackle. Brought down at the 22. Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet.
The Colts stalled early last drive, And we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 22-yard line. Smith grabs the rope right side, and that will be a gain of 3 yards.
Bryan with the tackle.
Becker is showing off some precision passing out there, Dan. Clearly, he's exploiting the short game so far, and he's got 160 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Second down from the I.
2nd and 7. Ball at the Colts, 25-yard line.
Becker just rifles this one, and it's intercepted. Crosses the field, dragged down at the 30.
Well, it's all about getting in position to make the grab, and watch here. Oh, that's perfect position.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Titans offense takes the field, and they are already in field goal position. They'll line up at the 30-yard line. Johnson goes in right side and is well past the markers for a first down.
Jeremy Johnson answers this catch with a little move. Right there. I love to watch him work.
And Peter, this is a guy that won't shy away from contact. He'll square those shoulders and come right at you.
He'll go through you. And I'll tell you what, that was no punch and Judy tackler he ran through there.
Gross dumps this one to the front, and it's intercepted. Tackled at the 19.
Jackson has great presence of mind to react to the pass and make the interception.
He turned upfield hoping that he could add some positive yards to the play.
Yeah, he gets a little, but that pickoff was most important.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
The Colts were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 19-yard line.
You can see me coming next time, James.
Becker throws a bullet to the flat, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
James was open as you can get on that play, but couldn't make the grab. What a shame.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Colts in command of this one, 28-10. Smith didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Becker winged it into double coverage, but luckily nobody was able to catch it.
Not much success to be had on the right side for this passing game, Peter. They have been off over there.
Yeah, I'd go somewhere else if I were them.
Smith takes the long snap and pummels this one deep. Field deep punt at the 35. Brought down at the 37.
Scott got pinned deep by a beauty of a kick there, and by the time he looked up, there was nowhere to go.
The Titans send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their 37-yard line. Collins sacks him way back at the 31. Gross throws a bullet to the flat, and it falls incomplete.
D'Angelo Hall shut down that pass perfectly. You know, when you're sitting back in a zone like that, what you're trying to do is read the quarterback's eyes to get a jump on the ball.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but the defense had other ideas.
The anticipation to the throw was key here. It made all the pieces fall into place.
Third down coming up. No dice, and it falls incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Nichols had some room on the fringes there, but couldn't reel in the pass.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was more proof.
Boy, third is such a crucial down, Dan. And when you don't convert, it really hurts.
Gross throws a bullet to the flat, and it's caught short of the markers. They will forfeit the ball on downs. The Colts offense takes the field, and can they capitalize on the defensive stop? Well, they'll start this drive at the 30-yard line. At the 19. That will bring up first down. First down and 4 wideouts in the game.
Check. Come on, 51. Check.
Becker fires this one over the middle, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
You know, Dan, this might be a nice time to try a little fade to their go-to receiver.
Punches this one left of center and maybe picks up one on the play.
Gray used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Second and goal. Ball at the 2-yard line.
Down. Set.
Gray gets the toss and runs into traffic, and he's in for the touchdown.
This is a nice run here. When we watch the replay, Dan, check out his field vision. Great job of finding space.
Peter, that will put a touchdown in his stat column.
And that's always nice to have him. So far, he's got 12 yards and 1 touchdown.
Here's the extra point, and it's
The extra
good.
point is good.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Clayton kicks it off. Nichols fields it all the way back at the 5. Tackled at the 20. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the turnover column has the grim news, in my opinion. If you want to win, you have to hold on to the ball. Nichols tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Titans offense comes out, and they are way down late in the game. They'll need some magic as they start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
First down,
Hill
Titans.
grabs the bullet and gets past the markers for a first down.
Rhino.
Gross throws a bullet to the flat, and the catch is made for a gain of a couple.
Bailey with the tackle.
Rip.
It's intercepted. Stopped at the 37.
Neutral zone infraction, number 92,
Collins
defense.
had crossed the
5-yard
plane made
penalty.
by the tips
Repeat
of the
second
football
down.
on that last one, so we got the call for a neutral zone infraction.
Down. Set. Brown.
Gross throws a high low to the right, and it's complete for a first down and a whole lot more.
Well, check it out. He's now up over 1,000 yards for the season.
This one will fall
Pass is
incomplete.
with the deflection.
Check air.
Second and 10. Ball at the 46-yard line.
Good.
Gross throws a bullet to the flat, and the catch is made for a gain of a couple.
Gross played the pass perfectly, zeroing in on his man despite the coverage. You know, it's all about accuracy in that situation.
Another short pass, and he likes that area of the field so far.
And why not? He's had success there.
Keep him out of the zone. Come on. Go.
Garcia hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
French completely breaks up the pass. You know, he owned that zone so clearly. I bet he comes in on his days off to repair the turf.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. Gross rifles it out left side, and it's caught short of the markers. They will forfeit the ball on downs. The Colts offense takes the field. They're in command, and they'll probably look to take time off the clock. They will start at their 38-yard line. Gray will get the carry on first down and picks up a couple.
Gray had blockers on his side on that last play, but the defense was too smart. It gave him nowhere to go.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
40-yard line.
Down! Bounce with me, bounce with me. Come on, just rock with me, rock with me. Everybody just ride, just ride. Just nod your head and ride. Now just bounce with me, bounce with me. Everybody just rock.
Second down. The clock is stopped at 2 minutes.
Just nod your head. Set!
Gray loses. The Titans take their first timeout. Third down, 2 receivers to the left.
Ball at the Colts, 39-yard line.
Down! Liz. Set!
Smith catches it left sideline. The Titans will take a timeout. That's their second.
As you can see, he's up over the century mark. Oh, he came to play today.
Down! Set! Mission up! Goal 74! Mission up! Goal 74!
Rips him down in the Titans take a timeout. That's their final one. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Ball at the Colts, 33-yard line.
Hangs the dart right sideline, and the clock continues to wind down.
Smith had a man playing him close back there, but he made a great move to get the catch.
Another short catch, and that's where they've been utilizing him today.
Yeah, the short routes have been open, and he's been exploiting it.
Cut your hair so you can see me coming next time, James.
Ball at the 46-yard line.
Gray 34! Liz! Listen up! Gray down! Strong back! Black 44! Black 44! Hot!
Becker gets all of his arm into this pass, and it's intercepted. Brought down at the 41.
Carpenter knew exactly where the ball was going on that last play, thanks to some great single-zone coverage. His positioning got him the interception.
Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He has done his part.
And then some. So far, he's got 2 interceptions.
The Titans will start this drive near midfield with the clock at 1:04. Calico makes the catch out to the left, and he's got the first. The clock continues to tick down.
Down! Set!
Gross spikes the ball, and that will stop the clock. Second down, and 5 wide receivers take the field.
41.
Calico in the flat, and that will stop the clock at
Tyrone Calico made the catch without any challenge from the defense, and he took advantage of it.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. Last 2 passes his way were incomplete.
Yeah, let's see if he stays on track.
Third down. Clock is stopped at 46. Gross throws a bullet to the flat, and the reception is made shy of the markers. And that will stop the clock at 43. That will bring up 4th down. Intercepted. 1 man to beat. Tackled at the 42.
Garcia not only shanghais the football for the interception, but watch. Gets a few more after the catch. Great play all around. to react, make the catch, and then get some yardage to boot, you can't coach that.
That's their third interception of the game. And Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game.
Yeah, tough play. I love it.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. Second and 11. Ball at the Colts, 40-yard line.
Down! Set! Grade 34! Grade 34! Hut, hut! Hut, hut! Hut! Hut, hut, hut!
And that is going to do it
That's the end
for
of
this one.
regulation.
The Colts come out on top.